Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here, and welcome to the start of a new season. This is my third season going on now with Arsenal, and here the board have set the initial budgets. It says here the board have set the initial wage budget for the coming season at 2.1 million per week, and the transfer budget is at 83. That's basically, 84 million. I'm not sure if I changed it a little bit. No, it's still just set there. So over 80 million. I was not expecting that. I was expecting it to be high, maybe 50, 60 million, but 80 million. That is insane. I like to prove it when it shows that, just again, so I prove I wouldn't cheat, like to add money or whatever to the team. So yeah, you can see the proof there, and I'll go ahead and try and make some signings. My main signing I'm trying to go for is like a left winger, and you can see some moves I've kind of made already. You got Carlos Fierro coming on a free, you know him. Lauren Koscielny is going to be moving to AC Milan for 8 million. Sanya as well, 1.1 million to PSV, and I'm trying to sign Belanta. Basically, he'll be the replacement for Koscielny. He's 22 now, so he's not really a young player, and you know how good Belanta is, and to get him that cheap, he's running out of his contract the end of next season, so be able to get him fairly cheap, as I said, and you can see there, for around 6 million, that's a pretty good fee, like, compared to how good he'll be, and he's 22 now, like I said. And when will turn 23? Sometime next season, in 2nd of February, so next year still technically. He can still grow a bit as a player, but he's still 22, so he's reaching his peak, reaching his potential soon. So, yeah, he's a really good signing because he can play fullback, left side and right side if needed, and even defensive midfield. The determination is 20 as well, so, yeah, great signing, and we still got, like, the 80 million, so yeah, I'm definitely the biggest signing is I'm going to be looking for a left winger, and there is some guys I'm looking to sell, like Podolski, those kinds. I might put Dennis Praet back in the under-21s, might send him out on loan next season, I'll see what I'll do, but yeah, just wait for the next update. I'll play through the transfers, and yeah, you'll see that soon, and hopefully I can get the season underway. It can be a successful season, hopefully we can retain the title, and yeah, maybe push for a Champions League this win. This time around. So here you can see some pretty big transfers, players that are probably known as good potential players in Football Manager, but I believe they can make an impact right away. They've grown as players. First off, the biggest transfer, and probably the better player out of all of them, that I would imagine they'll make an impact in the team, and by the fee as well. 38.5 million, actually at his release clause as well. Julian Draxler. From Schalke, and also I have to mention I've got a new skin once again as well. This one is called Alavanja Ultimate, so with the name like Ultimate it should be the best, and yeah, it has some good features to it, so hopefully you like it. I like how the player's background is like a stadium like there, and I put the background on the background selector, that as well on 80%. You know how I like it nice and dark, but yeah, like I said, that's what it's changed to right now. And Julian Draxler, huge player, and yeah, just so you know, that was actually his release clause, and people said I should go for it, and what I mean by that is, if you don't follow me on Twitter, you should, it's in the description as always, somewhere, but yeah, I generally will ask questions about my Football Manager saves, whether it be to sign a player or something, or out of a couple players, who should I sign, or should I sell a player while I'm playing the save, because obviously I don't show every single thing in this specific series, in my Arsenal one. So yeah, that's just one of the things I do, but Julian Draxler is a fantastic player. You can see here, he's got the pace, but also he's got strength as well. Like 14 strength is pretty good for a winger. He can play centrally, like attacking midfield, or on the right side as well, but yeah, we needed a left winger. You know that I always talked about that. That is the crucial position I needed, and yeah, for him to be available, because a lot of other players, like world-class and maybe high-potential players, when you try and offer for them, the club, they return with a counter offer that just something you wouldn't even consider paying for, like 60 million, 70 million. I had that for a couple other good young talents. So, yeah, I found Julian Draxler at his release clause, and it was always going to be picked up. Obviously, it has to be accepted when they have a release clause. And another fantastic young German player, and of course the Wonder Kid will still show there, but he's actually not listed as a Wonder Kid, but you think he must be. He's one of the best young attacking midfielders in the game, and hopefully he can learn off Ozil, but I won't specifically teach him to learn from Ozil, because Ozil's determination is low. It's like 8 or something, so that makes that go down. But he can still play with him in training and stuff. In training, he can learn, hopefully, that is a feature in the game. But anyway, of course, This is another guy I talked about on Twitter that I said I was going to sign for a fairly cheap fee for his quality. Ida Alvarez Balanta, who's pretty much a superstar of this year's Football Manager game. Fantastic defender, centre-back, determination 20, that's key. He's got the strength. Only low attribute is the natural fitness, and I don't think you can improve natural fitness directly for a specific player, because if you go to highlight attributes for the role, the only way you can improve it is for your whole team. When you do the team training and you put it on fitness. See how fitness, it trains all the physical attributes plus work rate? That's the only way I've found that can target that attribute. There's no specific attribute you can train on that. If you go to change focus and specific attribute, you can't train on natural fitness. So, yeah, leave your thoughts on that anyway. Is it worth training the whole team on fitness? Because, yeah, that just works on the whole team. But anyway, I'm just working on the central defender for now. But 8, it's not too bad. It's not the best, but, yeah, leave your thoughts on it anyway for Balanta. He's an amazing player anyway. As you can see from his reports, he's a star player in the Premier League, apparently, according to... Well, I got Gatting. I don't actually have a... Yeah, I don't have a manager right now. I mean, assistant manager, sorry. Because I let him go and I'm trying to sign a new one. I'll talk about that a bit later as well in this episode. But, yeah, he can still improve significantly in the future. So, that's another thing. And my final signing is a guy I've signed once before with Manchester United, but at the start of the save. So it's a bit interesting now. In the 3rd season, he was available. He was running out of his contract at the end of this season in, the end of 2016, or at least the season. Like this time next year, but like a month before. And, yeah, a lot of teams were actually, all big teams were interested. When I made an offer, there was like Chelsea, Man City, Barcelona, Real Madrid, PSG, all those big teams were interested in him. So I had to, make a good offer. And the only downside, like a reason I didn't want to sign him is because I had a lot of strikers already. But he's too good. Look at his pace, 18 pace. And he's got good finishing. He'll be insane. He's good in the air as well. Look at his height, 187 centimeters. That's pretty tall for a pacey player. And that's a great finisher. Like, usually high pacey players, like if you think like someone like Walcott or someone, they don't have the best finishing in the world, but he could develop into some insane player because he's pretty tall as well and strong with the pace and finishing ability. He's got flair. I'm really excited. I'll train him as the inside forward, or advanced forward, sorry, but maybe might train him to a wing position. But who knows? Leave your thoughts how I should develop him, what kind of player, because of course we have Diego Costa and, like I said, other strikers in the team, young strikers. But yeah, he's definitely probably one of the best. So I sign all those players for 48 million. And usually I do this before the start of a new season, like the match, like the first match of the season. But I haven't even played friendlies yet because I think a good thing to do is I still have about 30 million or something left. You can see here. Oh yeah, 21 million, sorry, and heaps of wage budget. I put some in the wage budget because I needed to after signing, after they came to the team. The wage budget went down. But anyway... yeah, I thought I might do it at this stage because if you have anyone to suggest, like any players you think I should sell, you can leave some feedback and yeah, I'll try and incorporate that maybe. Some signings you say in the comments. But anyway, now focusing on the players out. So far, we've only sold one player, and that was Bakary Sagna to PSV for 1 million, around 1 million. So I thought he was a bit past it right now, and we've got Danilo, of course. Danilo, a solid right back, and we've got some backup young players in that position. So I felt that it was time to let Sagna go, especially he was lowering in quality, and yeah, I thought it was his time to let him go. He's been a good contributor to Arsenal over the years, so it was good to get something for him back. And it was good, yeah, we won the title. Eventually, he got that feat, and you've got to be happy about that. But anyway, that's basically the only transfer out we did, and the rest, I'll focus on the key players out on loan. You can see players on a free transfer. I won't click on them because it just takes too much time. You got Giroud, Diaby, and Wellington Silva as the key players there. The key noted players. Leave your thoughts on them finally leaving as well. But a couple players, yeah, a few players out on loan that has potential. There's Chuba Akpom, back on loan on Rangers, actually. That's an interesting one. He went there in the first season, and then he went to a League One team, Leyton Orient, scored consistently again. He's scored really well. So it's interesting what kind of future he has at the club because, well, that's weird. Normally, he'll have the scout report. You don't have to scout them again, so I'm not sure about that. Maybe just once he starts playing or something, I don't know, but I know he has good potential. It's always said he has a star potential in the game every season, so he had even said that before I sent him out on loan. I was just checking how he was developing, so Yeah, that's basically it on Chuba Akpom. If he has another good goal-scoring season, and you would imagine he would after the first season, but don't forget that Scottish League One, it was a lower level. Now they're in the Scottish Premiership. You can see they're back at the top. So hopefully he can just play consistently, like another consistent season, and again, like I said, a higher level than the previously, and continue to score goals. That's as good as just playing time. Like with young players, you want them to get playing time and that kind of stuff, but if you perform well, like he has done, it'll help him improve even more so. And then a couple other guys, another striker actually, Arif Yilmaz, who we got in the first season youth intake, you can see here. He actually has gone to Peterborough 2 times on loan in a row, which was interesting last season. He went on loan, but he didn't play at all, but I think he got injured, then I recalled him. I think that's what happened, because you think he would have played more. He definitely did not have the whole season out on loan there. So, yeah, keep that in mind as well. And you think in the championship he should be playing. So, yeah, if I notice him not playing, I'll definitely recall, because then it'll be better to stay at the club. And, yeah, it's a hard thing to decide. What would you do? Because Arsenal, of course, we've got the amazing amazing training facilities. Probably one of the best in the world. I can't even improve them anymore. That's how good it's the best it can be. So what do you think is better? Giving them experience out on loan, or letting them use your amazing facilities and coaches as well to help them develop? So yeah, leave your thoughts. And maybe occasionally playing them in a cup or something like that. So yeah, leave your thoughts what's best when you're at a big team like this. What is the best thing to develop players in your experience? So, and also the final player, good talent we sent out on loan, Odysseus Lupas, a young Greece goalkeeper. He's played for the under-21 team twice, which is pretty good. He's got really good handling, but he does need to improve. Like a player like him, I feel experience would be good. It really, my opinions on it vary from player to player. I'm sure many people will be the same. You just judge on the player and see what he needs, whether it be experience or if he still needs to grow at the team, or it's just, player by player. As I said, you might change your opinion on them, what they need to grow as a player, whether it be out on loan or staying at the team and maybe getting tutored by a player as well. That's another thing you can put in your minds. So there's still a couple players to even join right now. There's Carlos Fierro, who's going to join on a free transfer, like I was talking about, all these strikers we're going to have, but he could maybe be retrained as a right winger. But right now, I don't think he's good enough for the first team. Like I signed Zivkovic, and Zivkovic is like 2 years younger, and in my opinion, Zivkovic is better because he's finishing and more pace and just all round, he seems better. But Carlos Fierro, I'll probably list him for loan, send him out on loan in the first season, and see how he develops. And if he's not world class, we can at least make profit on him. Signing Carlos Fierro, judging on how... signing for free, judging on how he's done previously in previous Football Manager games for me, whether it be in other saves this year or in Football Manager 13 or Football Manager 2012. I think that was the first one where he did really amazing. I believe it was Football Manager 2012. I think it was 16 then, 16 or 17. And yeah, for me, signing him on a free transfer, knowing how well he done for me in those kind of saves previously and games, it's amazing to think that signing Carlos Fierro on a free transfer. I just think that's amazing. And also, Laurent Koscielny is going to be leaving the club. So, for $8 million, I think that's all right. He never really played consistently for me. So that's the way it went. And that led us to signing Belanta. So we're going to have a young centre-back partnership of Belanta and Doria. A lot of people, whether toss up to sign one of them, are saying, argue who's better. Now I have both of them. That's insane. And not to forget Mertesacker and Vermaelen, the experience. So I think that's a perfect combination for mine. And yeah, that's pretty much it on that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to go through some other things here. I got Philip Daems, I think that's how you pronounce him. He actually starts as a player in the game, which is very interesting. If I go to history to prove that, you can see here, played for Gladbach, then went on a free transfer to Club Bruges. So, yeah, he's one of those players that turn into a very good coach. They obviously want to remain in the game, and he can be, I reckon he'll be a future manager, but I've offered to sign him up as a under-18s assistant manager, because I was looking for assistant manager, then this guy popped up. You can see here, assistant manager, but I wanted someone really amazing. So he's going to be, hopefully, just get some experience as a assistant in the for the under-18s. I think he'll be good. If you look at his key attributes, he's got 16 working with youngsters. Level of discipline is good. I think that's an important attribute So your players be disciplined. That's crucial. Tactical, mental, and fitness is good as well. So yeah, he's gonna have some good attributes. And then I was thinking to sign him as assistant manager, but then I found this guy, Mauro Tassotti, from AC Milan. Of course, you have to pay AC Milan some compensation, but he's probably one of the best assistant managers out there. Amazing. He's for one of the better teams in the world as well. Well, I'm not comparing them, saying AC Milan's the best team, but they're one of the biggest teams in the world. So he's the quality, and you can see that from his attributes as well. Tactical knowledge, 20 out of 20. So if I need any feedback or advice from him, tactically in my tactics or something like that, and on game day, he can assist me, and I'll be happy with his opinion. Like, it's a experienced opinion from one of the better players, but in the game, or not better players, so better assistant managers, but 20 out of 20 tactical knowledge, that's the best you can get, really. So I'm happy with signing him. If he decides to join, of course, you see 450k on compensation. And also Adinho, I'm actually signing this guy as a scout. As a goalkeeper. I was just looking, it says he's a scout. Because I was looking for a goalkeeping coach, and he has 20 out of 20 for goalkeeping and working with youngsters. It's interesting. This is an interesting one. I think I needed a under 18s or a youth goalkeeping coach, and I wanted to go for him, but he didn't want that role. He just wanted to be a general goalkeeping coach, so I got him for that role. But when he works with the youngsters, because he's just a general coach, they work for every part. They work for the first team, reserves, and under 18s. So he'll make a good impact. And even if we get a better goalkeeping coach in the future anyway, but this is what I mean. When you search for a specific area, what else do you look for? Like, I want to look for tips as well. Like, I don't think I'm the best player of the game. Definitely, I always search on tips from people that watch my videos and stuff. Goalkeepers, of course, it's 20 out of 20. But what else do you look for when you looking for that position? Like, say if you want attacking coach as well, if you find someone with 20 attacking, what else do you look for in that area? So leave your thoughts on that as well. Adinho, at least for goalkeeping, he'll be very good. And like I said, if we get a better one in the future, he could easily be a scout as well. And it's good to get our Brazilian knowledge as well, get that up. And also, Ruben Baraja, he's actually currently at Valencia. Just want to get him as a general coach, because we actually let one coach go. That was good with working with youngsters. He wasn't actually a youth coach, as a general coach. So I did want to get someone similar. And he's got good judging players' ability as well. And that's good, because when you look at one of your players, I'll just click Toljan, for example, and you can actually change. You can choose anyone. So if you choose him, you're going to get a good judgment of the player if your assistant manager isn't that good. So that's basically it, I think, on all of them. And then Dave Billow's the last one, a fitness coach. He's got 20. That's what I look for. I look for the highest attribute. But like I said, if you think any other attribute is important that adds to that, their key attribute, of course, I always search for 20 if I can get that. And then, anything else, like motivating, that might help. I'm just guessing. I don't know if it's actual feature in the game. Like, in your head, you think motivating is good, because maybe he will motivate the players to work on their fitness more or something. Just the way he communicates to the players. That's where the mental, maybe determination, motivating, and that's about it in terms of talking to the players. Motivating is probably one of the biggest one in terms of communicating with a player. But like I said, that's basically it for now. You saw the players. Like, I only sold Sanya from now. You can see all these players right here. Who do you think I should sell from the team? Who should I look to get rid of? And maybe someone else I should bring in? I don't know. I've got, you look at the transfer budget, 20 million, but I still got that 71 on that balance, 71 million in the balance. So we've got room to use it all. That's what I mean. So no worries there. So anyone I could buy for that much, but keep in mind, I'm in the third season as well. There could be younger players up and coming, but players you've maybe signed with a similar kind of team, like a top 4 team in any league, really. Well, in the top European leagues, like Premier League, La Liga, that kind of stuff, Serie A, Bundesliga. What kind of signing would you make in the third season? Like, these young players up and coming, have I made the right move? Like signing Draxler, Belanta, and of course, the young talent. He looks actually really amazing, Zivkovic. To me, he looks insane, because he's got the pace, he's got a bit of strength as well, he's got finishing, he's good in the air with his heading, he's got flair as well. He's an all-rounder, and he's only 18. I don't know, that looks really good for just 18 in my opinion. And of course the attributes, they're like in a different style as well. Leave your thoughts if you like that, but the skin as a whole as well. And that's pretty much it for now. If you enjoyed this episode, drop a like, and I'll see you guys next time.